All right, welcome everyone to this special, it's not episode, but quick video we're going to do here with Adam and Steve here from the Team Blaney Podcast. Starting this week and for the racing at Sonoma Raceway, the NASCAR Cup Series, the Bracket Challenge is back through this 5-race stretch. And starting off at Sonoma, then it goes to Chicagoland, Echo Park Speedway, North Wilkesboro, and then the winner is crowned at Indianapolis. New this year with the Bracket Challenge is you can join a league now. So a lot of people filled out brackets last year and just kind of compared them on their own. But now if you're on the NASCAR website and you go to fill out your bracket, you can go to leagues and then you can search for Team Blaney and you can find us and then join our league so we can kind of keep track of this. It'll be something we'll take a look at maybe on our podcast as the weeks go on, see how our picks went. What we're kind of here today to do that is to make our picks. We're going to go round through round. I've got Steve on the controls here, sharing the screen and looking at the bracket. We're gonna make our picks live. You'll see his picks on the screen as we go, and let's get things started. The seeding was set after the race at Pocono. They were nice enough to do that instead of doing it after the race at Naval Base Coronado. So the seedings were set a week ago, and things kick off this weekend with the road course race on Sunday. And you said you like the way this sets up better this year because we're not starting in Atlanta.
We're not starting. It was Echo Park last year, and then you had a melee, and because of the melee, you had all kind of upsets, And mind you, upsets is kind of a relative term. I mean, they're done by the standings, so. But yeah, we'll work round by round. So we'll go down the left-hand side, making those picks. And then we'll go switch over to the right-hand side, go down there for Sonoma, and then we'll do Chicagoland, Echo Park, Wilkesboro, of course, and then Indianapolis. Pretty easy, though, right off the bat. Was the 132 matchup, the 1 versus the 32 is Reddick versus Bowman. And this is one of those things I think is a no-brainer. I want to say, Reddick at a road course. Bowman is really good at road courses, though. That's the funny part. And he's not in inferior equipment. He is running a Hendrick car. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Reddick. And this will be one of those ones that will probably blow up my bracket, I'm sure.
Yeah. We'll go as we go. Maybe we'll see some options for some upsets. But if you have a question in the back of your mind, Bowman has one. He won on the Chicago Street Course a couple of years ago. He does run relatively well on road courses. But I'm with you on this one. Reddick's my pick.
Okay. So next matchup down is the 16 versus 17 matchup, and that is Cindric versus Keselowski. And I think this is, once again, no offense to Brad, but we are at Sonoma, so I'm going to go with Cindric here.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one as well. Keselowski, it just does not seem like he has it on the road courses. Definitely doesn't have it on the street courses. He's one of the most vocal ones that says he wants us basically to go back to just the two. Yeah, he's very much of I can't even say the old school fans because we said on our show this week, NASCAR's been road course racing since the beginning, basically. Yeah. So, Cindric over Keselowski, he just has too many problems. Even though Cindric, I think, has been a little disappointing in the road course department. We really thought he'd come into the series and win right away, and he hasn't. But in this matchup, I got the 2 over the 6 as well.
Yeah, so the next matchup going down that side of the board is Suarez as the 8 seed versus Gilliland as the 25 seed. And this is interesting, too, because Suarez, of course, is 8 seed and because he's having such a good year. But Gilliland is not a bad road course racer either. But I think I'm going to stick with the 8 seed on this one. I'm going to stick with Suarez just because I think Sonoma just lays out better for him.
Picked up his first career victory at Sonoma Raceway as well just a few years ago. I got Suarez too. No upset for me. Yeah.
No, it's okay. So now the next one down is the 9 and 24 seeds. The Hocevar versus Zane Smith. This to me gets a little tricky.
I got the upset here. I'll go for it. I got the upset. I got Zane Smith over Hocevar. Hocevar showed some speed this week. He didn't, and I can't even blame. He did get spun out of the top 5. Mm-hmm. But I questioned even before that, would he be in the right headspace to finish up in the top 5 as he was racing there? 38 has shown a lot of speed just in general. He had speed this past weekend, finished in the top 10. I'm going with the my first upset on the board.
I'm so torn here. I don't want to. I'm so torn because I really think it feels the same way. I feel like Zane Smith has. Yeah, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to go with Zane. I think just because I think the Hurricane can hurricane himself out at something too. Our next matchup down that side is Chase Briscoe as the 12 seed and AJ Allmendinger in the 21st seed spot. And once again, we're at Sonoma
road course.
A road course. But Briscoe is still a pretty good driver himself. I'm going to go with Briscoe here on this one.
Yeah, I want to go Briscoe too. And the reason is so AJ is really great at road courses, but he also tends to get caught up in stuff too, though.
Mm-hmm.
He avoided that this past week. Again, top point scorer on the weekend at San Diego. I'm going to do it. I'll do 2 upsets in a row here. I'll pick Allmendinger over Briscoe and just hope that the Collie car can stay clean. Because with AJ, if he can just stay clean on the day, he's almost guaranteed a top 10. But sometimes he gets into some stuff and it hurts his day. So another upset for me, Allmendinger over Briscoe.
All right. The next one down the list is Tyrone Gibbs versus Austin Dillon.
Easy.
And I think this is a no-brainer. I think that Gibbs, as long as always any of these matchups, anything bad happens, it could change it. But I really think Gibbs is just that much better on road courses.
Ooh, this next one's tough too.
The next one is tough because
of recent success.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace is the 13th seed, McDowell as the 20 seed, and yeah, this is really like a awkward one because Wallace finished second. He has definitely been improving, but McDowell was a top 10 guy all day. You know what, though? I'm going to go with Bubba. I really am. I think this is going to be one of those ones where it might be by a spot or two, but I think he beats him on the day.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Bubba as well. Much like Allmendinger, McDowell too. He can have strong races, but he tends to get into stuff as well. So I'll put my faith in Bubba, and we'll see if this is the one that blows the bracket. I don't know.
Yeah. Last one on that side of the bracket, the 4 seed Chase Elliott and the 29 seed Noah Gragson. Although Noah should do better because he won't have Magnussen racing around him, I think we got to go Chase Elliott here.
I'm going Chase. I think he has a top 10 average on road courses. Even when people have said he struggled in the next gen era on road courses, he's still really good. I think at a place like Sonoma, Noah I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he drives over his head a little bit at these places. So Elliott for me.
All right, let's head back over to the other side. Should we just work our way up? I guess we could just work our way up, right? So we're on the other side of the bracket now. The 3 seed at the bottom there is Ryan versus the 30 seed Josh Berry. Once again, I think this is kind of a no-brainer.
I think we have to pick Ryan, right?
Yeah, I think. Am I going to be that guy that puts him as the champion again, like I did last year?
I honestly don't know what I'm going to do because you mentioned it. This is the first time we're even looking at the matchups.
Yeah. So next one up the list is the 14 seed of Van Gisbergen versus the 19 seed of Priest, and once again at Sonoma, should be a no-brainer.
Now I will say I think 90% of people are going to pick SVG, but Priest is pretty decent now on some of the road courses. But I think you have to go with Shane on this pick.
Okay, once again, going up the list, the next one is our 6th seed Kyle Larson and the 27 seed Riley Herbst. And I pretty much got to go with Larson on this one.
Agreed.
Yeah. Next one, the 11 seed William Byron and the 22 seed of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Part of me wants to pick an upset just to pick an upset,
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing brackets, it's like I'm just looking for one that might work out. And you know what though? I'm going to stick with Byron on this one.
Yeah, I think I just keep mentioning guys that I feel like are a little problematic, get into too many bad situations or make bad decisions, and I think Stenhouse on a road course could be one of those. So I got Byron.
Next one up the list is the 10 seed of Chris Bell versus the 23 seed of Chastain. Now, I don't know. I guess if Bell starts the races, he gets the points. So if he does the same thing like he did,
be the 20 of Brett Cruz.
Yeah. The problem is when Brett gets in there, then what happens? So I'm going to go with Chastain. Now, Bell could run the whole race. We don't know. But at this point, I'm just going to play it like thinking that Chastain will have a better race either way.
Yeah. I mean, Chastain. I mean, what he muscled by the 12 to and the 35 on the last lap last week to get to 7th. So, oh man, I'll go with Chastain too. I might regret that because if Cruz comes in, if we don't know this will happen, but if Cruz does come in relief and they don't have a gearbox issue or a shifting issue, they're not really sure whether Bell made a mistake or Cruz made a mistake to damage the car, but. Chastain's a Cup veteran, but Cruz is a good driver. So. But I'm still picking Chastain.
All right. Next one up the list is the 7 seed of Buescher versus the 26 seed of Nemechek. And Buescher, we got to go with Buescher, and he'll knock you out of the way if he has to. That wasn't on. We know it wasn't on purpose. I'm just making fun. Because I'm pretty sure he apologized afterward on that last year. But Buescher there. So next one on this list is the 15 seed of Eric Jones and the 22 seed of Logano.
Man,
this one might be splitting hairs.
Tricky. Very tricky. A lot of speed from Jones recently overall, but will it translate to the road course? And Logano, tons of experience. He's probably, I don't know his stats, but he's probably run well, decent at Sonoma in the past. Can they put just a solid race together, though? I don't even think. I mean, Ryan raced around Joey a little bit this past weekend, but it wasn't. That was when Ryan was more toward the back, though.
Yeah, but we are going to a road course that these guys all know at least.
I'm going to go with the upset of Joey, even though it's a slight upset.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm going to go with Joey here. And then the last matchup, Denny Hamlin, the 2 seed, and Ty Dillon, the 31 seed.
Cinderella from 2025.
This was the first round upset last year, remember?
It was, too. Matched up again.
They're matched up again. Last year, Dillon survived the wreck and Hamlin didn't. I'm going Hamlin here.
Yeah, me too.
This is one of those ones because they're not at Echo Park. It's not a crapshoot. So, I mean, it's funny. We're going to do the next round here, but just a thought here is that this year I think you're going to see a lot more. I want to say perfect brackets through the first week, but close to perfect brackets through the first week.
Yeah, they were gone after the first week last year.
The first week last year was all gone, yeah. So
we moved to round 2 with the return of the Cup Series to Chicagoland Speedway, mile and a half track in Joliet, Illinois. They haven't been there since the Chicago Street Race took over things 3 years ago. So more worn out surface. Some guys that I think haven't raced there in the Cup Series before, but mile and a half. Think about Toyotas is all I got to say.
Yeah, so we're gonna work our way right from where we are back down. So we got Hamlin versus Logano here. No brainer with Hamlin. The next matchup is where are we at here? Buescher versus Chastain.
You can go first.
Yeah. Why do you have a thought?
So we talk about Fords this year, and you talk about Ryan Blaney being the outlier. Well, outlier. 1A is been Chris Buescher. Yeah. Sometimes getting the better of Ryan, especially on mile and a half tracks. So, and then Chastain for Trackhouse Racing, they've not been great.
Yeah.
I think SVG has actually been leading their mile and a half program at Trackhouse this year. So I think it's a solid choice on Buescher here.
Buescher there. I'm glad I let you go ahead because that was the same types of thoughts I was having, and it was very good thoughts. So the next one is Byron and Larson.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't think it's as tough as you think. I think it's Larson. I think just, I think they're starting to click. I think there's something going on over there that's starting to click. And I think it's all in the 5 camp. So
yeah, I think with Byron, they're kind of down right now, and mentally I'm not sure where they're at because he's not used to this. He usually starts really strong in a season and has a decent summer and then maybe falls off at the end of the year. So this is a different challenge for them. I'll stick with Larson too.
Then we've got, Van Gisbergen versus Blaney.
I got Blaney.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah, see, we're going to get them all the way there. I think we're going to get them there.
We might.
So let's hit the other side of the bracket here, working our way back up. We've got Chase Elliott and Bubba Wallace at Chicagoland. You know what? I'm going with the Toyota there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if it's on pure speed, I'm going to pick Bubba. But I do understand here that the 9 team is capable of putting together complete races better and not running into issues. The 23, whether it's a pit road issue or a penalty or a crash, I don't know. I'm like trying to talk myself out of it, but I got because of the dominance right now, I got Bubba Wallace.
The next matchup is actually a teammate matchup. Chase Briscoe versus Ty Gibbs. At least it's teammates for me.
Not for me. I picked opposite. So yeah,
you picked opposite. So I'm going with Briscoe here.
Okay. So for me, I have Allmendinger, the 21st seed, versus Gibbs. So I'm going to go Gibbs.
There you go.
Even though Allmendinger they've been kind of sneaky good almost everywhere this year, at least for their program. But in this matchup, Ty Gibbs.
Okay. So we're going to the top part here. Suarez versus Zane Smith.
That's who I have too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting, actually. Wow, that's Chicagoland. I think Zane Smith here. I got him going another round. I think something happens with Suarez.
I'll go opposite, and it's in almost the same way where I'm talking about not necessarily being able to put complete races together. Something always happens, but with the 7 this year, that happens in the middle of the race, and they might miss out on one of the stage points, but they seem to always survive and finish okay.
Okay.
So I think that these cars are capable of finishing around each other.
Yeah.
But I'll give the nod to Suarez, who last mile and a half pulled off a surprise win.
So let's see here. The next one that I have is Reddick versus Cindric.
Same for me.
That's pretty simple. Tyler Reddick there. So the next round, we're into the 3rd round. The 3rd round will be Echo Park.
So that's what you got to remember. So now we're not dealing with a traditional track, even though every time they've gone to this track since the reconfiguration, grip is falling off. Handling means more, so you need to think about equipment and driver skill. So keep that in mind. Mini super speedway.
Okay, so we're going to go back down, starting with the Reddick there. I've got Reddick versus Zane Smith. Pretty easy for me. I'm going to go Reddick here.
I've got Reddick versus Suarez, and man, this is. I'm going to look at my bottom matchup here. Oh, man. So, again, we're at another track where Suarez has won in the past. Different car. Upset Daniel Suarez.
Wow, there we go. Adam's bracket just got way more interesting.
I can go back on this right now. I can't. It'll be publicly shared. Okay.
Okay. So on the bottom of the bracket, I have Briscoe versus Wallace, and I'm going to go with Wallace in that Toyota matchup.
I've got Gibbs and Wallace. I'm also going Wallace because I part of me thinks that's a race he could win this year.
Yeah.
Is Atlanta. Echo Park, sorry.
Yes. So
I'm still nervous about this Suarez pick.
Yeah.
It's too late.
We move back over the bracket here on the other side. Okay, so our next one on the other side, coming back up the bracket, I have Larson versus Blaney. And at Atlanta, I think that I not only like Ryan at there, but I also feel like Larson seems to trip on it there a little bit.
I would agree. And Ryan has a lot of great finishes there. He's come back from being spun by Hurricane there and come back for a good finish. So if we're just looking at good finishes in one of those tracks that we feel like owes him one, I mean, he finished a hair behind Suarez and just ahead of Kyle Busch in that 3-wide finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see him go to victory lane there.
Yeah,
so that's more.
As you guys are filling your brackets out, you got to just keep reminding yourself it has to deal with who they just finishing in front of the other guy. That's all.
Yes, don't have to win the race. Yeah,
I don't have to win this race, but my ones at the top here of Hamlin versus Buescher.
That's my matchup too, and I'm thinking about the track.
Yeah,
and Denny. I don't know if it was last year or the year before where his in the second race at Echo Park, he decided he was just going to run in the back all day and ended up getting crashed. So
yeah.
Oh man.
But it's going to change now because he's racing for points and he's racing, to try and get to first. He might get to first by that weekend. I'm going to go with Buescher though.
That was my leaning, but I'm going to go Hamlin just to be different.
Okay.
I got to keep a favorite in here.
So now we're down to the final four. Who are your final four, real quick?
I got an interesting final. It's heavily weighted on one side. Final four. Mm-hmm. On the left side of the bracket, I have 8 seed Daniel Suarez versus 13 seed Bubba Wallace. Right side of the bracket, I think it's not the same as you. I have 2 seed Denny Hamlin and 3 seed Ryan Blaney.
Okay, so I've got on the left side, I've got 1 seed Reddick, 13 seed Wallace, and then on the right hand side, I have 7 seed Buescher, 3 seed Blaney. This is at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, North Wilkesboro Speedway, short track.
The only thing that we have to look at are all-star races.
True. First long race here without a heat race format or anything weird or pit stop challenge. It's an actual full points race. August race they'll run at this track since it's come back.
Yeah. So with my matchup on the left, I want to say Reddick, but you know what? I want to say Reddick, but these short track races are so wild. I'm going to go Reddick. I just am. Bubba might get caught in a mess again like he did at Martinsville. And
my Cinderella has been Daniel Suarez. Clearly.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep riding.
You're going to ride it? All right.
To the championship race.
And the other side of the bracket, being the homer that I am, I just have to do it. I have to do it. I'm picking Ryan over Buescher.
Yeah, I mean, part of me is sad. So I've got Hamlin Blaney, and part of me is actually sad that I've got Hamlin all the way because now, to me, it almost just feels like a
Hamlin.
Like, I'm just picking the hot hand kind of a person. But I'm gonna pick Hamlin over Blaney.
All right. So you've got
the Toyota advantage. Now, Ryan's going to be great at Wilkesboro, I think, especially in a long race, on a long run.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a guy out there that's running really well at short tracks and has his entire career, it's Denny Hamlin.
So, so your championship matchup at Indianapolis is
8 seed Daniel Suarez and 2 seed Denny Hamlin.
So you've got Denny winning it.
Toyota power. Toyota won the Brickyard 400 last year with Bubba Wallace.
Yeah.
This is when a guy that can put a whole complete race together. I think he hasn't. I think this might be the crown jewel Denny hasn't won. So he finally gets it done. Winner, 2 seed, Dennis Hamlin.
All right. I'm that guy. I'm going to be that guy. I'm saying on that day in Indianapolis, like I said, he doesn't have to win it. He gets another one of them top 10s. Heck, he probably gets top 10s halfway through all this stuff that we're looking at. Because that's another thing. Think about that. You just got to beat the other guy in that race. He has 12 top 10s in 17 races. You know? I think that's a good stat to have him winning the whole thing. He's the consistent guy.
So the tiebreaker question here. Predict how many laps the in-season challenge champion will lead during the 5-race tournament. 1,247 total laps are available to guess. How much will the winner of the tournament have led in these 5 races?
And a good portion of them are at North Wilkesboro, right? How many laps is North Wilkesboro now? 350?
Yeah. Not a lot of laps at Sonoma.
Right, not a lot of laps at Sonoma. Indy's decent amount. I'm going to say, since I have Ryan, I'm going to say 212
laps led for Blaney. I don't even know if he's led that many this year. I'm not going to go with a ton either, but even lower. I'm going to go with 1-1-1. All ones for the 11 driver.
The 11. Here's the thing. I think that at North Wilkesboro, he could lead 150 laps at North Wilkesboro.
That's true.
You know, that's in my head. That's something that got in my head. Like North Wilkesboro, and then Atlanta too. You know, he could lead 40 or 50 laps at Atlanta. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for him at tracks that he's good at. So Indy too. Indy, you know, how many laps is Indy's? What is it? 2 miles, 2.5. So yeah, Indy's possibility of 40 or 50 laps there. So yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Are we hitting submit?
I'm hitting submit.
All right.
There we go. Congratulations. I love having that on the screen.
Oh man. All right. So Cinderella story for me, Suarez versus Hamlin in the championship, but it comes up short. Denny Hamlin wins. You have Ryan Blaney, which I knew you were going to end up with Ryan Blaney all along. But some of the matchups worked out that way, but there's some tough stuff there. Now compared to like the NCAA tournament that this is based off of, I mean, there's way more variables in NASCAR for this for things to change. And like you said, you don't have to win the race. You just have to finish ahead of one guy. You're only battling one guy. But I think I'm looking forward to this. So again, if you haven't filled out your bracket yet, if you go to fill out, take a look for leagues. If you go to leagues after you fill it out, search for Team Blaney, join our league, and we'll keep track of things as we go through these next 5 races, with round 1 at Sonoma, round 2 Chicagoland, round 3 Echo Park Speedway, round 4 North Wilkesboro, and the championship round, the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So thanks to everyone for watching this. Have fun making your picks.
Yeah.
Sure, that's going to be really interesting.
Make sure you join our league.
Join our league, and then we'll see how things go, and good luck.